guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about a subject that's really been bothering me, and as you can tell by the title. And so I wanted to come on here today because I saw another post on Facebook talking about hay and foxtail hay. I'll put a screenshot of it here, and these posts like kind of bother me a little bit, and I wanted to make this video because I know a lot of you guys that watch my channel are kind of newer horse owners, or you've had horses in the past, or you want to get some horses. And this channel I created because there is this equestrian rule book, so to say, in the horse community, and this rule book kind of consists of all the things that you shouldn't do, that you can't do. And I am here, I created this channel to tell you guys, you don't have to listen to that. And today is gonna be one of those videos where I tell you guys, you don't have to listen to the standards and the rule of thumb things that are in this like equestrian rule book that we all seem to go by, that just sometimes it just doesn't make sense. And I think personally the best way for you to have horses and to raise horses is to do the things that work the best for you, not for what everyone else does. So if you have a way of doing things that works great for you, your horses are happy, you're happy, it's effective, it's costly, then do it. Like, you don't have to listen to what everybody else thinks. That is their problem, not yours, unless you're putting your horses in actual harm or danger. Then you should be concerned. But anyways, this equestrian rule book kind of, I'll give you some examples. You have to do everything from the left side of your horse. If you're cold, your horse is cold, so you need to put a blanket on them. If your hay is dusty, you can't feed it. Stuff like that is like what's, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't like mean to offend anybody if you believe in that stuff. That's, like I said, totally up to you. If it works for you, great. But I feel like a lot of us here, at least on my channel, like hear about these things and try them, and then it doesn't really work. And it's like, am I a bad horse owner? No, you're not. So today we're going to talk about foxtail hay because it's come up in my newsfeed again, and every time I see it, I'm just like annoyed by it. So this post that I saw, it wasn't a bad one at all, but I didn't like how the person that wrote it basically stated that this is what foxtail will do to your horse, so don't buy it. So there is a very likely chance that your horse could be bothered by foxtail. In my experience, now I am young, I get that. I've owned my horses for 12 years. I've had other horses. I've worked at horse ranches, a whole bunch of different barns, and I have never ever had an issue with foxtail. So when the whole thing about foxtail a couple years ago started to get kind of big and more known, I was so confused because like we've always baled all of our own hay. All this hay back here, we grow it, we bale it, and I feed it to my own horses. So our hay has always had like some foxtail in it. It's not been like chock full of it by any means, but it's always like kind of been mixed in there. And I've always just been so confused as to what the big deal is with foxtail. Now, obviously, there's research on it. Some horses are affected by it. The barn owner where I keep a couple of my horses now has a horse that does get kind of like blistery and gets like these sores on her mouth from foxtail. So she prefers to kind of stay away from it because of this one horse. But she has 10 horses, and there's only one horse in her herd that has any reaction to eating foxtail. So let me show you what it looks like, because I guarantee I can find one in here. Okay, this isn't a big bushy one. So this is gonna be what foxtail looks like. If you don't know what it looks like, I'm very surprised if people don't know what it looks like. So here's kind of one type, here's another type. And basically what happens to these more sensitive horses is that the little bristly like tines can get stuck in the horse's gums or like in between their teeth, or it like irritates them. Sometimes I've heard of like the really coarse foxtail will get stuck in there and make kind of like a abscessy sore. So that's what they look like. But I'm not joking, guys. I've had my horses 12 years, and this stuff, it's always just been something that we feed. It's just been in our hay. And we've never had any issue with it. So my point for making this video was to come on here and tell you guys that if your horse doesn't have any reaction to foxtail, you don't have to stress yourself out about buying hay with 0 foxtail, because it honestly is really hard to do, especially like most farmers, at least around Iowa, grow grass alfalfa mix hay. You're not going to come across straight alfalfa very often, and grass alfalfa mixed hay has obviously grass in it. Foxtail is a type of grass, and it's going to be really hard. It's really hard to eliminate that out of a hayfield completely. When I was telling my dad about the stuff that was coming out about foxtail affecting horses, he was like, dude, okay, I would never be able to sell to horse owners because there's no way I'd be able to keep foxtail 100% completely out of our field. And now, like I said, our hay isn't chock full of it by any means, but it does have it kind of scattered out throughout the bales. So if your horse is totally fine eating it, don't feel like you're a bad horse owner. Don't stress yourself out over trying to find hay with 0 foxtail, and definitely don't worry about people's judgment, because that's also something that I've kind of noticed going around barns, is that I've gotten like some judgy vibes from people, like judging the type of hay that you feed or like the type of grain that you feed. And it's just like, dude, mind your own business. If your horses do good on your hay, that's great. Mine do fine on my hay, so I'll worry about mine. It's not that big of a deal unless your horse is affected by it. I know a lot of people's horses are not affected by it. So I just wanted to put that out there because a lot of you guys are new horse owners, or you want to get horses in the future, or you've had them in the past and want to get them again. And I just want to let you guys know that yes, there is this stigma against foxtail, but it does not affect every horse. And that is what I had a problem with that post, was that it basically made it out like you can't buy foxtail if you have horses, or you can't buy it if it's in the hay. And that's not true. Not every horse is going to have those same symptoms of eating it as some horses might. So yeah, just some tips from somebody that's owned horses for over a decade now. And it's like, I don't know where people get this from. Well, I know where they get it from, but I don't know why they put it out in the way that they do, that nobody can buy it. Nobody can buy hay that has foxtail in it. It's not that big of a deal. Like if your horse doesn't have any reaction to it, it's not that big of a deal. So anyways, this video is pretty short. I actually expected it to be longer, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little discussion. Let me know down below, is your horse affected by it or not? And I just want to look and see like how many people's horses do have an issue with foxtail and how many people's horses don't have a problem with it. I have seriously only met a couple of horses in my life that really have a problem with it. And like, I've obviously met hundreds of horses in my life. So let me know down below, is your horse sensitive to it or not? And you guys can talk down in the comments, like what do you think about buying hay with foxtail in it? So with that, let me know what other videos you want to see down below, and yeah, check out the description. I did upload a couple of new videos on my other channels, which are down in the description below as well. So Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Sacker! Don't you dare. Yeah, I'm watching.